Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, enemies, and comrades, this is Fabrizio Bromano. The video today, I want to talk about two things. I want to talk about something that Akombe, Dr. Akombe, the lady that worked for the IEBC in 2018, I believe, when she resigned and, she fled to the United States. Well, she had a dual citizenship, but she fled to the United States and exposed the IEBC of being corrupt. But that's not what I want to talk about. I'm not going to address the IEBC. I want to address a comment or a tweet that she made that I think it was very interesting, and I thought about it, and I thought, I was glad she did this because I felt like this is a possibility that most people don't think about, but it's a very, I don't have substantial evidence, but I can probably draw circumstantial evidence if I was to go to court. Well, you might ask, what did she tweet? Yesterday, she tweeted something very interesting. She said this: we know other countries that are today struggling with violence that's sponsoring insecurity to sabotage newly elected leaders. It never ends well. Once you let that genie out of the bottle, it's tough to stop it. So just stop it, okay? And try to see the bigger picture. Now, we all know, if you live in Kenya right now, that there's huge, especially in Nairobi, the capital city, there's a lot of incidences of crime. People getting, mugged, beat up, shot, stabbed, all that. Breaking ins in the car and houses. In short, there's a lot of insecurity. But have you ever stopped and wondered why all of a sudden we got this new president, William Ruto, since he was elected or declared the president? These incidences have gone up. Is someone sponsoring this kind of activities to make it seem that Ruto cannot provide security for the country, especially the capital city? I would be curious to hear from you. Please comment about this, especially you guys from Nairobi and other parts of the country. I would like to hear what you think, because just remember, since he became president, I'm not saying we never suffered insecurity during Uhuru Kenyatta. Yes, we had those bombings and all that stuff. Kenyatta was corrupt through and through. He never cared about the security of the local mwananchi. He cared about, himself, flying every weekend to the Middle East and gambling and coming back and getting drunk. But I digress. Again, tell me what you think. I thought this is a strategy that the powers that be, the people who still hold reins of power, because I asked in my previous video, does William Ruto really have control over the security apparatus of the country? When you come in as a new president, you have to put your own people that you trust, whether it's in the military, whether it's within every security organization that's been sponsored by the government. Okay? Because remember, Uhuru still have some influence on that. And I'm not saying that the security personnel in Kenya are behind this stuff, but you never know with Kenya. But based on the tweet that Dr. Akombe posted, it suggests that there might be people who are in power behind the scenes who are causing all these things to happen. They're paying the youth to cause havoc in Nairobi so that Ruto can seem that he's not in control. And you can already see that. The opposition are really, really going after him, talking about how the president does not know what if you look at the bunge of the Wananchi, you can see they say, Ruto should just give it to Raila because he cannot govern. But anyway, I can't take them serious because, again, Ruto has been in power for what? A month now. Sorry, not a month, but less than 100 days or barely past 100 days. Okay, so he has a lot to do. He just had the new police chief, and he's putting structures in place to curb the violence and the crime that's happening, especially at the capital city. Now, second point, I made a video a few days ago on Sunday or Saturday. It was about Bill Gates coming to Kenya, and I spoke very strongly against his real intentions, because we know this man is not Kenya's friend. He has his own ulterior motives, okay? And I argued that he's coming to promote some stuff that I cannot talk about because I had my video taken down by YouTube because I mentioned this stuff. But if you know what I mean. And also promoting GMO foods. Which comes to my second point on this video. Moses Kuria. This is the problem with Kenyan politics. I like, for the most part, I like what Ruto is doing and his appointments, some of them. But one thing, pointing Moses Kuria. Kuria is the most incompetent politician in Kenyan politics. Okay? This guy, his argument was, there are a lot of, this I quote, he said, there are a lot of things that are competing to get you to die. And GMO is, you can add GMO on the list of those things. This is a government official that's saying that in response to this whole GMO fiasco in Kenya. We know that GMO is not good. GMO foods are not good health-wise to the human body. Regardless of what Bill Gates says, we cannot trust Bill Gates. We know he's corrupt. He's an opportunist, and he doesn't have Kenya's people's interest in his heart. Okay? This globalist, neo-colonial puppet who's running around third world countries, and I'm sorry to call third world countries because I don't believe in third world or first world or whatever the case is, but the less industrialized countries taking advantage of people who are not as informed to take these kind of foods. These foods, and I'm glad, I think some of the people saw my video. Ledama, I posted in his Twitter page. I posted it, Abdul Nasser, the senior counsel. I posted on the governor of Machakos. What's his name? Mutola Kilonzo Jr. I posted there. Chariot, Aaron Chariot, and Mike Sonko. There was a bunch of people that I tagged on about my video, and my video got taken down because I was protesting against Bill Gates and his intentions coming to Kenya. So yes, I'm glad I saw another tweet from Ledama countering Moses Kuria's tweet about GMOs. We need to reject these foods. These foods are not healthy for Kenyans. Okay? We can be food secure. We just need to increase food production. We have enough land mass. You know, we can take advantage of the rains, and the government has to play a huge role. And so far, Ruto is doing the right thing. Planting trees will help. Okay? Subsidizing farming will help. The whole point is increase in production of food so we can be food secure. But again, one thing that I do not agree with Ruto is the IMF loans that we take. Because we all know these loans come with stipulations. I will refer you to books like, what's his name? John Perkins, this former CIA guy who wrote the book titled Economic Hitman. And he explains how IMF offer loans to these third world countries, and they have stipulations that comes with this loan. And one of them is they tell them that they can only buy seeds from the Western corporations. And they can only provide, grow, or produce food in a certain quantity. The rest, the government is forced to buy from these corporations, so from particular corporations, which leads to food shortages, because there's no way we can buy foods from other countries and be enough for the whole country. We should be producing our own food. We should be self-reliant. We should be independent, truly independent. But that's a video for another day. But I just want to say, if I was Ruto, I will fire Moses Kuria for making such pronouncements. Anyway, I want to make this video short. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe right now. Comment, share, like. Tell me what you think. And I will talk to you guys later. God bless and viva.